Hey folks, it's certified sommelier Matt Arnold here to talk to you guys about one of my new favorites. Actually kind of an old favorite. It's been around for a while, but new vintage of the Violin from Willamette Valley in Oregon. It was started by a guy named Will Hamilton who moved from over here on the East Coast, from Maryland, out to Willamette Valley to pursue a career and his passion in making wine. And Will is such a nice guy. Always opens his home to you when you want to go travel out there. But he makes Pinot Noir from anywhere from 5 to 7 different single vineyards, and they're vineyards that you don't really hear a lot of people sourcing from. Like you hear about McRae and Shea and Canary and Freedom Hill for the big single vineyards in Oregon, but then he's got some really small ones in Aola Amity, as well as Yamhill Carlton. So he's bringing these new sites that have all these growing potential to light here. So I think there's a lot to be said for someone that wants to find a great piece of land, plant Pinot Noir there, and make it one of the best there's ever been. And then make it a historic site. And I think you see a lot of opportunity like that in Oregon. That's one of the cool things about it. The landscape is wide open right now versus California. It's really hard to plant new vineyards because things are already zoned out. So I think there's a lot of potential. And like I said, Will Hamilton here at Violin is kind of at the forefront of that. So we're getting a blend from several different vineyards that he sources from. So this is a cool climate Pinot Noir. So you're not going to get a lot of that overly like fruitiness and punchiness. You might get more savory or herbaceousness that kind of might remind you of Pinot Noir from France and from Burgundy. But then you take a sip and you get a little bit more weight and a little bit more power behind that. Will really knows how to use the oak barrels here. There's a mix of new and used barrel here. So you get a little bit of that, a touch of that cinnamon, that kind of nutmeg, clove, allspice, but then you get that classic kind of cherry cola note. It's something that always takes me to Willamette when I smell that in my glass. And the Violin, it has a bunch of like dark red fruits and then black fruits. It's such a beautiful wine, and it goes really, really well with food. And I encourage you to check out some of his other wines that Will's doing there at Violin. Cheers.